Yeah, so Apple, as you probably know from all the news that's going on, is teaming up with Google to make Siri better with Gemini. And to be honest, it sounds kind of weird, but Apple and Google have been working together for years. Um, I think why it might sound kind of weird is because we all thought Apple was coming out with their own AI, but that is not the case. Apple is working with Google to make Siri better with Gemini. And it is actually going down and it should be happening fairly soon, which is insane. But I think Siri is so behind. Apple needed to do something to make Siri better. So this is um this is really exciting. Yeah, so according to Mark Gurman from Bloomberg, Apple is gearing to roll out a Gemini powered Siri as early as February, which might be in a beta form. But yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest updates to Siri since it originated. They've had some slight updates, but this should be the biggest one. So a couple things we're going to get with the new Siri. First, it's going to better be able to understand your screen, which is nice. So it can see everything that's on your screen, which I think that's going to be useful. And you're going to be able to communicate with Siri in a more natural manner, which is also nice. And, it's just going to be able to catch up with the modern AI assistants that exist in today's world, the Amazons and the Googles of the world. Well, I guess Google is the assistant, but you understand what I'm saying. But I'm really excited that Siri is finally catching up. I feel like if Siri was in high school, it would still be in ninth grade and it's been in like the ninth grade for the last 10 years. So I'm really excited for Siri to kind of catch up with the rest of the world in the next couple months. So here's my viewpoint on the situation. We've been using OpenAI or Gemini or Amazon or Meta chatbots for some time right now, and they know a lot about us. So it'll be interesting to see if people move over to Siri plus Gemini when it is released to Apple users in the near future. The reason I say that is because we are like creatures of habit and we get used to one thing, and a lot of times we don't want to change. At the same time, it will be interesting to see how these other chatbots, how they adjust their marketing so they can appeal to Apple users here in the next couple months. Otherwise, I think the real question here also is, will what Apple users are using right now, will they say, you know what, this is good enough. OpenAI is good enough. Meta is good enough, or will they say it's not good enough because they want to operate in that powerful Apple ecosystem? This is going to be interesting. Me personally, I'm a sucker for the ecosystem. So um, if I can use this uh, in CarPlay or on my Apple TV, I think I'm jumping ship. Me personally, I use OpenAI, but yeah, if this complements the ecosystem, it's almost a no-brainer. Now, what will be interesting is how will Apple implement Siri? As you guys know, Siri has been around forever, so people are used to using Siri. So you still have to make it familiar, but also make it better at the same time. So it's going to be really interesting to see how things work. I wouldn't be surprised if you have like just standard Siri and then like a version of Siri where you have to pay a monthly fee for. But they can't change it too much to confuse its users. But at the same time, they still need to kind of catch up with what is on the market right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how Apple implements it. I'm sure they'll do it in a nice, clean way. But I am really excited to see how this pans out. Yeah, so my money is on either Ultra Siri, which sounds kind of cool, but I do think the pay version of Siri is going to be Siri Pro. I won't be surprised if it's called Siri Pro, Siri Plus. something on those lines. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's $20 per month or it's bundled in with, Apple One or something to that extent. And one of the most frustrating things about Siri is actually on the HomePod is in some cases when you ask Siri a question, she'll say, "I'll send it to your phone," and it's like, lady, if I wanted to find out the answer to my question from my phone, I would use my phone, but obviously I don't have my phone in my hand. So it's going to be exciting to see how HomePod transitions over and how it's going to be able to deal with these shortcomings that it has right now with Siri. To me, I almost feel like Apple is saying, hey, if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. But I think what's going on here, I feel like this is just a band aid because, as a company, Apple, they like to be in control. And with them partnering with Google right now, they're not in full control. So don't be surprised if Apple continues to work on their AI or Apple AI or Apple AI, I guess that's what they're calling it. And you'll see uh, Apple AI reintroduced in the near future or maybe a year from now. But this definitely gives Apple some breathing room to keeps its users happy with modern AI, but at the same time, they can continue to work on their version that they really want for their devices in the coming years. Honestly, there's a lot of unanswered questions that are just kind of rolling around my mind right now, but that will change in the near future. I'm really excited to see what Apple brings to the market uh, in the next couple months with the improvements to Siri. I think also once this new Siri comes out, you'll start seeing other devices like the new HomePod with the display and things of that sort. Maybe some different home products like Apple cameras. So yeah, there's a lot of rumors going on right now that um, I think align with this new series. So, really excited to see where Apple is going this year in 2026. Uh, I will say it's about time. It's definitely about time that Siri got better. It's really sad because Siri is the OG, right? Siri was like one of the um, first assistants, and they just kind of fell behind more and more and more to the point where it just became sad. Where Siri almost I don't I just don't use it because it's just so unreliable. So um I'm starting to ramble here, but otherwise, I appreciate you guys watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from QC Dads. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.